Okay, we are going to start our lecture 3. Now we have divided the cells into what? Two types. What are those? Eukaryotes and prokaryotes. So what are eukaryotes? They have a true nucleus. Eu means true and karyon is your nucleus. And most of the organisms are falling under this category, like plant cell, amoeba, animal cell, isn't it? And you must have seen them under the microscope also, if you have seen cheek cells and all. So they are under this category. You can see this diagram, isn't it? See, your cell is what? It's three-dimensional structure. Like you can imagine a balloon, isn't it? And inside the balloon, you can think of these structures. So like that, it's a three-dimensional structure. You can see the nucleus here, isn't it? And here, what do you see? The nucleus is having what? It is having a membrane. And here the genetic material is lying inside that membrane, isn't it? So here you find that the nucleus is well defined, means it has got a membrane and the genetic material lies inside it. Fine. So they are your eukaryotic cells, isn't it? Now I am showing you a prokaryotic cell. Now see, this is your prokaryotic cell. Now this is what? Pro means what? Primitive, and karyon is nucleus. So all the bacteria, they come under this category. Now you can see here, they don't have a nucleus. This region, what we call as, you have read in class 9, we call it as nucleoid. And this is your what? Genetic material is lying here. Can you see this? It's lying naked in the cytoplasm. It is not surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Fine. So these cells are called as prokaryotic cells. Fine. Now what we are going to do? I am going to deal first with your plasma membrane. Fine, about the structure of the plasma membrane, and first I am going to deal with eukaryotic cell, so that it becomes easy for you to understand prokaryotic cell. Fine, how they are different from eukaryotic cell. Okay, so plasma membrane, it's what? It's the outermost covering of the cell, isn't it? It is the boundary of the cell, if you notice, isn't it? And it is a membrane which separates what? Your cell from its surrounding environment. It gives identity to your cell. Now this membrane, what should be its property? Is it freely permeable, impermeable, or selectively permeable? I hope you understand the meaning of the word permeable. Permeable is a substance which allows substances to move in and out of it. Fine. So those are called as permeable surfaces. Fine. Now impermeable surfaces, which do not allow substances to pass through it. So they are like plastic is what? It's an impermeable surface. It won't allow substances to pass through it, isn't it? But cloth is what? It's a permeable substance, and it depends upon that pore size, up till which size it will allow substances. And freely permeable means anything can go and anything can come out, means the pore size is very big. And selectively permeable means that it is highly selective in nature. So the membrane of a cell is what? It is selectively permeable. It is highly selectively semi-permeable. Rather, the word should be that it is what? Semi-permeable, not completely permeable. It is selectively semi-permeable. Fine. So what things need to move inside the cell and what thing moves out of the cell? Do you have idea? See, substances which are needed by the cell, like nutrients, oxygen and all, they move inside the cell. And the waste and all the things which are secreted by the cell, which needs to be moved out of the cell, they are moved out of the cell. Fine. Now let's see what it is made up of. Okay, and all of us you know that this membrane is made up of what? It is made up of lipids and proteins. Now what are lipids? Let's first concentrate on this lipids. Lipids are nothing but your what? Fats and oils which we use in our life. Fats and oils. Now if I pour oil on water, then what will happen? Suppose I am making this beaker, isn't it? And here is water. Now if I pour oil on it, so what do you think what will happen? Oil is lighter than water, so what it should do? It will form a layer, isn't it? It will form a layer on water. So this is your oil and this becomes your water. Now if I mix this oil in water with a stirrer, okay, then what will you think what will happen? Any idea? See, you can do it at home using a transparent glass also. You will find that droplets of oil will be there. These are what? They are your oil droplets will form. Fine. Now if you leave them for some time, then this oil will come up. Now let me tell you about the structure of these molecules. Okay, so let's see what is their shape. Suppose they have a head, okay, and they also have a tail, and these they have basically a 3 tail. Okay, this head is what? Head is your structure which is having what? It's a water loving. It is water loving, or we call it as technically hydrophilic. And this is, tails are called as what? This is your tail, and it is what? It is hydrophobic. Hydrophobic means what? That it is water repelling. It repels your water. So if I have to arrange this molecule on water, how will I arrange? Let's see. Suppose this is the beaker filled with water, isn't it? Now I have to arrange these molecules. Then how will I arrange them? So the surface which is water loving will face towards water, isn't it? So it will face towards water, and the end tail will face upwards because the water repelling, isn't it? Now if you look at their head is made up of what? You will read in biomolecules chapter that their head is made up of glycerol and the tail is made up of fatty acid. Fine. And the lipid that is found in your membrane. Okay. In your membrane, what is happening with them? They have a head and a 2 tail. And one fatty is replaced by a phosphate molecule. Okay. So they are called as what? Phospholipids. So in membrane you will always see at various places the lipids are drawn with a head and a 2 tail, because one of the phospholipid is replaced by your phosphorus. And not only one kind of lipid you find. See, mostly you find phospholipids, but there are other kind of lipids also present in the membrane, like your cholesterol So many lipids are there. Fine. So let's stop it here, and next class I will deal with that entire structure of your membrane. Fine. Thank you.